We have one rule that we have to obey. We do have one rule. And that is that we want to keep it really, really quiet here. We don't want to make a lot of noise. Because what happens is sometimes if it gets a little bit too loud in here, Peppy gets a little excited. When he gets excited, he might tend to lift his tail a little bit like this, and he might spray just like that. And we surely wouldn't want that to happen now, would we? You know, in a week or two, ma'am, you'll be fine over there smelling. You're good to go in a week.
Look at the skunk.
Now, we all know that skunk spray, I'm sure everybody here smelled the skunk, right? Yeah, well, they don't smell too good. But that smell, as bad as it is very, very important to this little guy's survival. That's how he defends himself. But the way that he sprays is really unique and different. Now, we're going to give these guys a chance. And then he has two scent glands, ready? One on each side of his tail. Now, these scent glands, in a skunk like this, are about the size of a pea, maybe a little bit bigger. And they're wrapped in a muscle, just like this. Now, when that skunk becomes frightened or scared or thinks he's in danger, he can constrict or squeeze those muscles. And that's how they spray. And he can spray very accurately. He can spray 10 to 15 feet. He can even control his spray, turn it into a mist or a stream, whatever he feels is necessary for the time. And they do this, or they can do this, they can do this about 10 times in a row. But believe it or not, they don't like to spray if they don't have to, because after 10 times, they're empty. And it takes them about 2 weeks to build that supply back up. Now, one other quick thing, I said we're going to talk about how they're important, how they help us. And the skunk here is no different. He's really beneficial to us, even though he's got a really bad reputation. You know, they smell really bad. You hear a lot about diseases. A lot of that's true. But they eat a lot of insects. They eat a lot of, frogs and snakes. They help control that population. But in the southern part of the United States, about half of this little guy's diet is made up of insects that are harmful to us humans, like a black widow spider. So just by having these guys around, they make our lives a little better as long as we stay away from this end right here. So, all right. We're going to put this little guy back. Our white-nosed coat-a-munder. Now, I said he's got a really long nose. You can see it there. His nose is really important to him. He spends a lot of time on the ground, and he's always smelling. He has a really good sense of smell. Well, he's always smelling for his next meal, whether it be worms or bugs or mice or something in a rotten log. Well, if he smells that, his nose is very, very important. It's very, very strong. And he can use it like a scoop shovel. And he can dig up that worm or bust apart that rotten log, and he can get himself that next meal. So his nose is very important. Now, I said he's also got a long tail, just like a monkey. You see that tail? Yeah. But his tail is, he can't use it like a monkey. It's not pre-hip side, which means that he can't grab a hold of my arm. He can't grab a hold of tree branches. He can't swing with his tail. So he uses his tail for something entirely different. First, they'll use it as a greeting or a warning when they see other coyotes, other animals. But more importantly, they spend a lot of time in trees at night where they sleep for the safe from predators. So he uses his tail. He uses his tail as a balance when he's walking on those branches so he doesn't fall. So it's very, very important. Now, these guys are a very social animal. They live in a small group, about 7 to 15 coyotes, and that group is called a band, like a flock of sheep or a herd of cattle. It's a band of coyotes. And they have one dominant female in this group. Whatever she says pretty much goes. They also have something a little bit different, a little different social structure than that. All the little baby females that are born with this group, chances are they'll stay with them their entire life. However, the little boys, once they're old enough to be on their own, about a year and a half, 2 years, the girls kick them out. They got to find a new place to live. Doesn't seem fair, does it, guys? No. Now, these guys are really important to the environment. They spend a lot of time on the ground. They eat a lot of seeds, a lot of fruits, a lot of berries. Well, after a full day of eating, what happens? Mother Nature calls, right? So when they go to the bathroom, they're actually helping to replant a lot of those grasslands, a lot of those trees, a lot of those flowers by depositing a lot of those undigested seeds. In fact, they're so important to the rainforest, the natives that live in the rainforest call them the keepers of the forest. That's how much they depend on the coat of Monday. So this is Snickers. We're going to put this little guy back. Harry Potter, just like the movie. He's a Eurasian eagle owl. He's one of the largest owl species in the entire world. Now when we first see an owl, or you first look at an owl, what's one of the first things that you see?
Its eyes.
His eyes, very good. In fact, his eyes are so large that they cannot turn them in their head.
Wow.
They are permanently fixed in a forward position. You know how you kids roll your eyes from side to side? You know, like when your folks tell you to do something, you roll your eyes like he does? Well, he can't roll his eyes. So if he wants to look around, he has to do something entirely different. Now, we have 7 vertebrae in our neck. He has 14. Allows him to turn his head about 280 degrees. Now, we'll see if we can get him to focus on something here. So.
Harry.
He also has a short attention span. You can kind of see right there just how 2 quick turns of his neck. He has a complete 360-degree view of the world around him. There you go. Imagine going to choir practice with that neck. Now these guys are built for hunting. Everything about them makes them a top predator. Their eyes are extremely large. They have excellent eyesight. Their hearing is also superb. They can hunt a mouse a quarter mile away just by hearing that mouse squeal or chirp, whatever it is a mouse does. They don't even have to see it. That's how good their hearing is. Now he also has something else going for him. He's going to fly in and get this mouse. He has almost a silent flight. See his wingspan there? And the reason for that is, if you were to look at the feathers along his wings really close, you would see that they look just like a comb that we use to comb our hair. And what that does is it breaks up the turbulence when he's flying. It gives him another stealthy advantage. But he also has to be able to hang on to those animals. That's where his talons here come into play. His talons are over 2 inches long. They're actually larger than the claws of a leopard. And they're sharp as a needle on the end. And he has enough pressure in each foot that he can actually pop a tennis ball. That's how strong of a grip he has. Now in the wild, these owls, they're basically a garbage disposal. They'll eat just about anything. They'll eat insects, they'll eat lizards, they'll eat small antelope. They even eat other birds and other owls. You know what their favorite meal is? Mice? No.
Snake?
Snakes? No. Rabbits? No. Their favorite meal, are you ready? Skunks. They love to eat skunks.
Then keep him away from
Now
Puppy.
the reason that owls love to eat skunks is because they have no sense of smell. They can't smell. So if a skunk is your favorite meal, it's a good thing you can't smell it, right? Now in the wild, these guys, they'll live for a long time. They'll live for 25 to 30 years. In captivity, they've been known to live for over 60. Now both parents will help and raise and take care of the baby chicks. They tend to mate for life. The female will lay 3 to 4 eggs. Now of those eggs that hatch, about half make it to adulthood. Now there's many reasons for that, but one of the main reasons is these guys grow really, really fast. From the time this bird is hatched out to the time he's fully fledged or feathered out is less than 6 months. Sometimes there's just not enough food to really feed 3 or 4 baby chicks. So this is Harry. We're going to put Harry back. He's just a little bit shy. No, he's a kinkajou. Now he kind of looks like a monkey. He's got a really long tail here. It's a prehensile tail. What that means is that he can grab things with his tail. He can hang on to it, but he doesn't use it like a monkey. He doesn't go swinging from He doesn't go swinging from tree branch to tree branch like monkeys do. He uses his tail for something entirely different. Now these guys, they live really high in the treetops of the rainforest. They spend almost their entire life there. They hardly ever come down and touch the ground. And as you can imagine, those trees are really, really tall. And if they were to fall, he could get hurt or even die. So when he's grabbing that next tree branch, or walking to the next tree, he's hanging on with his tail, just in case that branch were to fall. Just like that. So his tail is very, very important to him to help him survive. Now, we're going to do a little demonstration here. We're going to show you how he uses his tail when he's crawling from branch to branch. But I do need a couple of volunteers that want to come up and help. Now, unfortunately, it does work better if we have some bigger kids because he does have a lot of energy. So who do we got here? Let's see. Maybe you in the green, way back there. Why don't you come on up? And how about you in the stripes there? Busted out of jail. And all right, way in the back there. Why don't you come on up? So, maybe take your hand off. All right, let's form a line here. And we're going to join hands, or we're going to connect.
Oh, very good.
Everybody's going down that way. Okay, I guess you're sliding down this way. Okay? All right, let's spread out a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to join just like this. Okay? Now, just like that. There we go. Now, you see that he's got this pointy little nose? You see that? Yeah. Well, that nose works really, really good for like getting into tight places, get maybe a worm or insect. So we're going to make this a little bit of a challenge for him. We got these raisins here. He loves raisins. We're going to stick this in your ear, okay, bud? Is that all right? Really? You're good to go? I tell you what, let's just put it on your shoulder right here. What we want to show you guys is when he's climbing on our tree here, he never lets go. All the way up and over. There's nothing in there. Until he gets his prize, see? And this is what he would do if he were in the wild. He would just keep climbing, but he would always be hanging on with his tail. He never, ever... Oh, there we go, this one turn around. He likes that. One more thing here, bud. Because he's always hanging on. Because if that tree were to break, he could still hang on just like that. All right, you guys can have a seat. Let's give a little round of applause. Thank you guys very much. Now, our kinkajou, they're also known as a honey bear because they love to eat honey. But the way that they eat honey is really unique in that, unfortunately, I can't make them do it, but sometimes when we stand here and we talk long enough, he'll stick out his tongue. His tongue is really cool. It's about 4 inches long. It's really skinny. It looks like a popsicle stick. And he uses that tongue to get inside those, excuse me, he uses that tongue to get inside those beehives. But he also uses it to get a drink from the flowers and the nectar. So his tongue is also very important. Now these guys are actually really, really important to the rainforest. Oh, sorry about that. And that they're a pollinator. They help keep the trees and the flowers alive. And the way that he does this is just simply by living there. When he's going from branch to branch, tree to tree, that pollen is falling and sticking to his fur. When he goes to the next tree, same thing happens. Some of the pollen's falling off of his fur and landing on those blossoms, and so on and so forth. So simply by living there, he helps keep it alive. And in the wild, these guys live for a very long time. They'll live for 20 years, which is really unheard of for a small animal. And one of the reasons for that, he's got a lot of energy today. One of the reasons for that is because they live so high in the treetops. They don't have a lot of natural enemies. Occasionally a bird of prey, maybe a big snake might snatch one. But other than that, he has a pretty simple life. Well, this was Kiki.
What are these? Deformed rabbit heads and deer bodies? Serious? Oh look, kangaroos. Ah, good day, Mac. I'm gonna take a nap. I wanna take a nap too. What's this guy doing? Oh, he's eating. Look at them. Good night, kangaroo. You miniatures?
Hello, mate.
Oh, they're the largest. It's short.
not supposed to. No.
Look at these deformed creatures.
Wash hands.
Horsey? Horsey, 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 horsey. Horsey! Hello, horse the cat. Hello, horse cow. 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 Oh, an ostrich. It's feeding time for these goats.
Somebody must have put that guy up over there.
What is this ugly thing?
Oh wow, they feel velvety. Their face is so weird.
Hello, ugly creatures.
Yeah, these are cool.
You look at deformed cows with dog ears missing your horns.
Those are cool.
You are Brahmas.
Wow, look at that.
You are disgusting. You're disgusting.
You're like huge.
You're a bull with dog ears. It's deformed.
Those are cool, Megan.
They're soft.
It looks bony. It's not bony. It's soft.
Catherine, is that another Look at this one. Look at this.
He loves that stick. Hey, I'm out of here. I'm a prisoner. Get me out of this insane asylum. Help, people. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. I want to be your friend. Get me out of here! Hey! Help! Help! Help!
Oh.
Help! Help! He won.
Down here.
Oh, ringtail. Ringtail. Oh, look at all the ones on the mommy.
Yeah, look at how far it is. There you go, August. Oh my god. See what you do? You roll them down this tube. Well, better to pile up this year.
How can you eat them?
Put it in there. What's that? Right there.
Hi, monkey.
Look, it's Harry from earlier. I bet you're all thinking what that is.
Oh, be careful. We'll all share them. Oh, wait, we can just take as many as we want. Yeah, I got it. Oh, it exploded! Oh! Use it again. Maybe get it. Probably not this noise.
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, it doesn't sit down like that.
Don't play. Play some
Hello. Hello, Yellow.
Got him?
Yeah.
Don't you like them on your arm? I like them on your arm. Look at I got two on my arm.
And the tiggy 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 Europe, and the tiggy 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 Europe, all the birds in Europe, and the flowers too, and the tiggy 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 Europe. Welcome to my telephone hideaway. You all me before you. If you won't see the birds, sun fly away, and please be all together in the tiggy 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 Europe, and the tiggy 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 Europe, all the birds singing words and the flowers too, and the tiggy 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 Europe. yellow. Oh yeah, I think you are yellow. Yeah, solo we can't tell. Shit. Most of me, I am a bird. I am flying. You got one? So you Devin Bomber for watching this. Oh! Wow! Yeah! Wow, look at that! I got a bird on my foot.